toss, P11, that is going to be Bisu, and then at the bottom right at the 5 o'clock is going to be Jaehoon. So this is a PvP. If you don't know, that apparently it's Jaehoon's best matchup. Bisu is not the best at PvP. What is his win rate in PvP? It's only 60% something, 60, I don't know. Yeah, it's like 60%, maybe 67%. So, I mean, he's almost guaranteed to win every 2 games. 1 out of every 2 games. So, I mean, that's pretty solid. And look at that. The probe is going to be making up to the top left. Going to be scouting it out. Dragoon range is on its way, so it could be something pretty aggressive here because he's getting range so quickly. But Bisu, he's getting range too. And he just wants to have it on his Dragoons. That's really weird. If you guys don't know, Dragoon range isn't an upgrade that you need right away. It's not something that is game changing off the start. You can usually just spend the gas going for a higher tech instead. But I think Bisu, as soon as he realized that there is Dragoon range, he decided to do that too. So Bisu is in the top left. Do you guys need me to put an overlay on the screen? Basically, if you can't tell a player, go and click on the Team Liquid TLPD version of their name, and then you can see what their Korean name looks like. That's how I remember a lot of these players. Is I'll go on TLPD and then I'll try and memorize the actual symbols that the players have. For Bisu, you can see that he has as the last digit, Korean digit, is a circle line with a circle. So that makes it easy to recognize his, because he's the only one with the circle line circle at the end of his name. So Bisu went for the expansion. He's getting the additional nexus. This 3-gate pressure is going to be pretty hard to deal with. If that's a 3rd gateway that's being built by Jaehoon, I'm assuming. But Bisu will probably be going for a Reaver off this expansion because building the Reaver allows you to stay more defensively when the Dragoon count is not in your favor, and so that's something he's gonna have to really deal with. You know, this matchup is not as coin flippish as ZVZ, where a build that is, you know, there's one build order that almost guarantees you a win every time. And look at this, the micro is going to have to, Bisu is going to have to micro that Dragoon back perfectly here. And there's a probe trying to sway the balance in the favor of Jaehoon too, and he manages to just barely survive. Bisu building a 3rd gateway too, so he's going to be up to 3 gates. And he's got to pump these units out very fast. And a Nexus is coming down for Jaehoon behind this. So, you know what? We can breathe a little. The fact that he's going for the expansion instead of trying to win the game right away is going to help out Bisu. So, yeah, he is. Jaehoon decided not to build a 3rd gate. He went 2-gate Robo instead. And so, Bisu is going to have to deal with the Reaver soon. And a nice pickoff on that Dragoon for Jaehoon. You know, that's how it is. But clearly he's cheating. He shouldn't be hitting Dragoons that are low in health. That's bullshit. The funny thing is, I don't hate Jaehoon, so this is weird. You know, I could really bash a Terran player, but when you have the same race, I can't say anything about unbalance, except for if he goes for like a gay unit composition. But Bisu, he is getting the robotics facility, so it's going to be late Reavers. He might just want to be able to get the shuttles so he can go for DTs or something later on too. But he has that 2nd base up. It's been up for a longer period of time than Jaehoon's, and so that's going to give him the advantage, especially since he has 3 gates and he can pump out a lot more units than Jaehoon can. And you guys, I believe that everybody likes Bisu here, because even if you say that you don't like Bisu, you're just lying to yourself. So let's let's not kid ourselves here, okay? Let's not. And it looks like this probe is gonna sneak its way in. Nope. and pick off by that Dragoon of Bisu, because he's just aware of everything that's going on. And it's going to be difficult for him to get across that double bridge here. This is something that Jaehoon is going to have to try and nip in the bud right away. But no, oh my gosh, Bisu almost fully committed there. And there was a Reaver behind that army, so Jaehoon could have dragged his army back and defended with the Reaver Scarabs and possibly defeated Bisu's army right there. So a random pylon, and do they think that warp gates exist? Is that the problem? Did someone practice playing StarCraft 2 a little bit and think that warp gates exist in StarCraft 1? Is that why we have that proxy pylon? To warp in some Dragoons? Just kidding. And so now we do see the shuttle is done. Reavers are going to be on the way. And he did not decide to go for DT drops. As fun as that would have been to watch Jaehoon lose his entire mineral line to Dark Templars. He does have the because Bisu knows that he went for the robotics facility, and at this point he would have an observatory. He can just bank on the fact that observers exist, and that DTs wouldn't be quite the threat that they could have been earlier on with that surprise factor. No, we did not want Bisu to lose here. That's just obnoxious. We don't want him to just drag it out and play C. Let's just have dominating fashion right here. We want him to win. Oh, the Scarab! It actually, wow. That Dragoon is, oh, it did not become, it will not becoming a higher unit. Once you die in a Dragoon, you're dead. It's just how it goes. But the Reaver Drop! The Reaver Drop! Do it! Do it! Yes! Kill all the probes! Oh my god! Yes! Did you see all those probes die? This is not the matchup you were looking for, Jaehoon. Oh, come on, Bisu. Bring your army back. Start getting on the defensive end. Are there any Reavers inside of his base? He's going to have to play very defensively here. It looks like Jaehoon is trying to get really aggressive, realizing that he just lost a good portion of his economy. And now the Scarabs are going to start flying at the Dragoons. Oh, but Bisu, he's got his shuttle back just in time here. Both with speed shuttles on. They can go into pure micro. And it looks like Bisu is going to be able to hold out here. The Reaver is still alive. He's trying to pop shots on top of Jaehoon's Reaver. And it looks like two Reavers are coming out for Jaehoon. It looks like he had that. But Bisu, he's got the army supply. He's starting to encompass the army of Jaehoon, and Bisu is going to be moving out on the front here. It looks like this is a deathbed for both Protoss armies. Lots of blue goo laying down, and people think that this is just some master artwork. Wow, but there's a Reaver that's still alive. Shuttles are taken out. The Reavers are gone for Jaehoon, and Bisu is going to be pushing the army back. There's no way he could fall right here. This is not the opportunity for Bisu to lose. Jaehoon is not going to be the dagger in Bisu's heart, and it looks like he is quite disappointed here. Did Bisu do it? Is Bisu going to the round of 16 for the first time in years? Oh my goodness. Some more gateways are going to be falling down. Now he's switching over to that Templar tech, and he might try and drop some DTs in here to go for that harassment. Jaehoon, he's doing his best to re-macro out, but I think that Bisu is in a good economic advantage at this point. We might see a random Nexus come up, maybe a Ninja Nexus for Jaehoon. What is he going to be able to do? Oh, can you guys feel it? Can you feel it? All your hairs are sticking up right now. The polarity of Earth is in the favor of Bisu, and he is going to dominate. Two Scarabs coming off right now. Are they going to both dot out? Oh, managing to take out one, and that means the AoE damage is going to have some effect on the shields of those Dragoons that Jaehoon was trying to avoid. He only has one Reaver. The Dragoons are moving out. 5 gateways in the main base for Bisu. He's going to be able to macro out of all of them. Just rally those units towards the base of Jaehoon, and oh my god, he might lose them. The shots are coming off right now from the Dragoons. He manages to pull the shuttle back right in time, so he's not going to lose the Reavers inside of that, and Jaehoon is just defending at the best he can. He's just holding on to the cusp of life right now. A one shot coming off, and it looks like he's going to be encompassed. Bisu is going to be in a really poor engagement here. He might lose the bulk of his army if he doesn't pull back. He needs to make sure he saves these Dragoons, and Jaehoon has way more army than Bisu realized. He's going to have to pull back effectively right now. Do not throw this game. Don't take that engagement. I think he's just trying to hold off the army here, but DTs are inside the natural base. That DT, he already has 2 kills, and he's making his way towards the main base. There's no observer here, and Bisu is going to waylay stuck behind the main, and he might be able to take it out. A cannon is being built inside the main base, so he can take out the Dark Templar, but the army is moving towards Bisu's natural. Bisu, how much army does he have? The mining is just being completely stalled by Bisu. Again, Jaehoon, is he going to be able to survive this economically? How can he maintain? It looks like the cannon was taken out too. The Dark Templar's side blades are just way too strong. And that Reaver is just slowly making its way towards the outside of Bisu's natural. And this is all Jaehoon has. He's putting everything he can inside of this army. And hopefully he can do something and for his sake. But it looks like Bisu, with so many probes left, with so much mining time gone, all he has to do is focus on macro. Another DT is going to be moving out. Where's the observer here? And now he could just start attacking the army. The army can't even see him. But no, he's going to make his way towards the opponent's base, completely undetected. The observer is at the natural. Is he going to be able to make it through? He's taking the high ground again. Jaehoon knows that he needs to make sure he holds that high ground if he's going to go into an engagement with Bisu. That miss ratio is just might be what he needs to tip the scales. There's no Reavers. Where does Bisu? Does Bisu not have any Reavers to help him defend here? A shuttle is coming out. The Dark Templar is making its way inside the main base again, and Jaehoon may not have built a cannon. How is this going to go? There are so many units for both sides. 2 Reavers though, and Bisu is going to get surrounded by both sides. He doesn't have a lot of defensive units here, but it looks like the Dark Templar is in range of that photon cannon. Oh, almost a huge pickoff there. Jaehoon manages to pick up the Reaver and survive. His army is still in living color, and now the 2 Reavers are sitting behind the army here for Bisu. He's reinforced with Reavers. He doesn't have the shuttle to help out though. He does not have shuttles, and that might be the tipping favor for Jaehoon. And this engagement here, still holding the high ground, kind of baiting Bisu out and into that corner here where he can get the better engagement. But these Reavers got a lot of damage over at that bridge, fighting across here, and it looks like one of the Reavers is going to take shots from that shuttle. Jaehoon doing what he can, taking a Reaver out with his own. It tit for tat, these players are going at it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is nerve-wracking, guys. Bisu is going to have to hold on. How does Jaehoon continue to have these units pump out? It seems like the economic damage was going to be good enough here. Did Bisu not macro up the probe count like he needed to a little bit earlier on in this game? So many units are continuing to pour in here. And it seems like Jaehoon is never ending with his Protoss army. This PvP is on another scale. This is going to go down in the record books. I tell you what, no matter who wins right here, Scarab is going to come out. In huge engagement still, Bisu can't push across that bridge. It's not going to be the safest. He really wants to take out that shuttle. It's so close now. A couple of Dragoons are actually losing their positioning here. The AI was not the effectiveness that Bisu needed here. And is he going to be able to take out those Reavers? He needs more shots. The Reavers are trying to push on that side of the bridge. They don't have the shuttle to pick them up. They're going to get picked off by the Dragoons of Jaehoon, and it looks like the army is getting lowered. Jaehoon is pushing in here. His army is much stronger than Bisu's right now. Bisu needs to re-micro up, and he does have Morphing High Templar. Hopefully the Archons can finish up. Now he's going to have 2 Archons in with the mixture of his army here. And that's going to be enough to push Jaehoon back. It looks like the Reavers are finally taken care of. The shuttle has been taken out, and Jaehoon's army has been dwindled down one more time. It looks like Bisu is going to be hold on this defensive position here with the remacroing of his gateways inside the main base. And finally, Jaehoon's army is going to be completely null. This is it. This is it. Jaehoon has nothing left. I think Bisu did it. Finally, he's pushing his army across. He does not have to sit in that defensive position outside of his natural. He's going to be pushing towards the natural of Jaehoon's instead, continuing to push the army back with the strength of an Archon. It has so much damage, and how much can it get off before it does eventually fall? And there are very few Dragoons left compared to Bisu's, but Bisu needs to re-macro his army. There aren't many units that are following through here. Hang in there, Bisu, come on. So it looks like another Reaver is built inside the natural, and it's really hard to be the aggressor as a Protoss player. But a shuttle comes in. What does he have inside the shuttle? That's going to be what it comes down to here. He does have a Reaver, and can he manage to micro against that other Reaver and take it out very quickly? And we're going to see GG. Bisu does it. Bisu advances to the round of 16. Sonic Star League 9. He has broken